what is your work? I hear you are restoring
We're restoring cemeteries
Jewish facilities
in Eastern Europe, in Ukraine, and all of Eastern Europe where the Shoah, where the Holocaust took place. In addition to the destruction of lives during the Shoah, there was also the destruction of property and the destruction of cemeteries. There are still mass graves, kever achim, that are being discovered today. We restore synagogues. We restore cemeteries, Jewish cemeteries, where we can. This is an example of a cemetery that there was one gravestone left by the Nazis when they destroyed it. Because of that one gravestone, we were able to investigate the area, and we were able to find that there were 33,000 Jews buried in that area before the war, and able to find the records from the local town, and that there was a Jewish presence. We didn't dig, we didn't have to dig. Because of this, we were able to bring in forensic equipment to find that there was a cemetery there before. There wasn't only one person buried there with a headstone of 150 years old. So they happened to leave. The Nazis used the headstones to pave the roads, and they didn't only want to destroy the Jews of Europe in that time during World War II, but they wanted to destroy a trace of Judaism.
Why is it important?
Why is it important? Because it's important to know the history of what was destroyed there. Places like Auschwitz and the concentration camps show you the destruction of how many people were killed there in the extermination. But it's important to know what life was like before. And so we have three things. What life was before, life in ruins, Jewish life in ruins, and the rebuilding. And bringing people to see what Judaism was and what was destroyed. It wasn't just 5 million Jews, 5.5 million Jews living in Poland before the war. There's less than 1,000 today. It's important to know that it was a way of life that was destroyed. It's the only place that Jews really went back to after the war was to Germany. They went back to Germany. People didn't come back to Poland. There's millions of descendants today of people that live there. It's important to know where their family came from, what the roots are. To Jews, Shorashim is very important. So I know here in Mexico there's a school that does a project called Shorashim, and I've seen some of the projects of the children. There's a reason why, and they're extensive projects. It's important for us to know, because that's what being a Jew is about. We know that our Shorashim go back to Avraham Avinu. We always want to know that. That's an important aspect of being Jewish.
This information is not in Yad Vashem?
No, Yad Vashem.
It is supposed to be.
The only people that were killed in the Shoah. These are people that died in the 1800s.
That went out before.
Or died before. He died in 1888.
Yeah.
He died in 1888. We have a family here in Mexico. The person I mentioned you from Bethel. His wife asked us to find family for them. We found that the great-great-great-grandfather was born in Cracovia, and her great-grandfather was born in Cracovia, and we found all her shorashim, and we found the graves. We found the graves of the people that she was one of the lucky ones that were not destroyed in a cemetery near Tarnov. And this is going, Yad Vashem records don't record people who were buried before the war. This is some of the volunteer work that we do.
How can someone who would like to help, how can they reach you?
They can contact us at Jewish.Cracovia with 2 Ks @gmail.com, or they could contact on WhatsApp at the Polish number, the Polish phone number, which is 48, the country code 48 781 857 910, or Jewish.Cracovia @gmail.com.